What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Dubstar. And we're going back to Goodbye, 1997. And the next tune in the playlist is Can't Tell Me. Interesting. The idea of someone not being able to convey information would suggest that either they don't know it or they do know it, but for reasons of, let's say, tact or perhaps strategic deception, any number of possibilities in terms of the emotional impetus. But yeah, that someone is refusing to provide that information. And Can't Tell Me suggests that the narrator or the speaker feels as if they are being deprived of information, whether again through ignorance or willful refusal. So yeah, it sounds like a conflict or some sort of tension right at the outset. Let's find out if that has anything to do with it. This is Dubstar. The track is Can't Tell Me, and it's from their 1997 album Goodbye. I like that opening. Things in the other order. Really cool tune sonically. Lyrically, I'm not sure what's happening, but it sounds like there's something sexual going on, and ultimately we have a reference to someone's pants dropping, although they took their shoes off after that apparently. But it sounded like there was, multiple encounters going on, and perhaps, someone having their way with someone else, which all sounds very late night, closed door, lights out. But then the refrains and the chorus, the idea that like you can't tell me, which I should have thought of that. It's like, in more colloquial expressions, it's like typically used to mean like you can't tell me that this is the case because the factors are such that we all can see that's not so. So it's the idea of like a logical or empirical starting point that like, look, there's no point in saying you can't tell me that because we both know it isn't true. So yeah, I failed to consider that particular rendering, but it was like, you can't tell me now that you've something, you can't sell me now that you've something. And in the moment I'm forgetting what the one after that was, but they seem to be different iterations, but beginning with the title phrase, you can't tell me. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe it sounds like if I'm right about the sort of sexual element of it, then perhaps they've had these experiences and now she's saying like, you can't tell me that like, I'm not into this or I don't, but you can't sell me now that you've, oh, that's what it was, now that you've paid, was that the line? So that like, that opens up even more like complicated interpretations in that if this is an exchange for pay, and if I'm reading the overall setting of it correctly, then I wonder again how it affects the chorus. I'm not really sure. As I said, I caught fragments and enough to make me raise an eyebrow and wonder what was happening, but not enough to piece the puzzle together. But as I said, a cool track sonically. The chorus, it would go very high and very dreamy, which again I like. It's a conversation I've been thinking about because going into this deep dive, people mentioned it's, or at least like Discogs, one of the descriptions was that they're called dream pop. But whether or not that label has any relevance, I would just say this tune in those moments in the chorus, it felt very rich and like elevated and dreamy. And I like the like long extension at the end of the chorus. And as I was like trying to indicate the sort of like pad or like string synths that were like really high at the full configuration of the tune. I like the touch that they put on the tune. So yeah, cool track. Feels very much in their territory in that it's light, it's beautiful, but also there's maybe a suggestion that it's a bit more racy in terms of the lyrics. So not quite sure how to take it, but I did enjoy the track. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.